Greetings and salutations. Random, not so random thought in this moment. Just thinking about anger and how, we express that. And I think, there's a lot of people that believe that because, they are allowing themselves to explode that anger out, and that, in any moment that they feel it, that it can just fill up the room and go and, against whoever is in that space. And, there's that belief that because that anger is being released, that it means that you're not suppressing any emotions. But I think that if it's coming out in an explosive way, if it is exploding out, then that's more indicative that there are things that are being suppressed, right? That there are things that need attention, and that anger is letting you know that the way that the anger is coming out, kind of just full force and, just kind of bursting out, that anger isn't necessarily the only emotion that's there, right? It's signaling that there are other things that are being suppressed, and maybe even though that anger is felt about a specific situation in a specific moment, it might actually be more directed towards the self, in having so much that's built up. It sounded really, it sounded a lot better in my head before I started recording. But yeah, that's the thought, and I'm going with it. But yeah, don't suppress any emotion: anger, grief, sadness, frustration, annoyance, whatever it is. Express it. Don't suppress or avoid confrontation. Don't avoid difficult or hard conversations because of how you think someone might respond to it. Allow yourself to honor the emotion that's being felt and to express that, in as best way you can possible, or however it is that you're expressing it in that moment, even in the explosive moments. Just allowing yourself to take those explosive moments as a lesson and as an indicator that there's something else beneath that, right? So not just like staying with, that's just how I express my anger, I'm just passionate, that's just how it comes out. We can be passionate, and there's nothing wrong with being passionate, but reflecting on how we express those emotions and the effects that it has on the people around us, the people that we care about, the people that we love, the people that we don't know, right? Just, being mindful and conscious of how our expression isn't just affecting ourselves. It's a thing that's kind of, it spreads. So just being mindful of that, and yeah, but let's not suppress. And this is just as much for me as it is for anyone else. Not avoiding our emotions, right? Or not even, for me, it's not necessarily avoiding the emotions, it's avoiding talking about them, avoiding being vulnerable, and allowing people to hold space for me in those vulnerable states, so being able to express and talk about the things that are being felt, and it's a work in progress, and I am grateful for all the people in my life that act as triggers for me, for a lot of those different things to come through, like a lot of different recognitions for the things that I have suppressed within myself. I've been on this journey, of just personal healing, self-exploration, and discovery. And there's a lot that has been accomplished in this last 3 years. And, with all of that progress, I think sometimes we can forget that there's still a lot that's there. Everything hasn't been unpacked yet, and everyone that we meet and come into interact with, into contact with, like, we're all mirrors reflecting, different things that we all need, and just being open to seeing that, to seeing it not only in the people that are expressing, but to see it within ourselves, to look within ourselves and recognize, what are the things within ourselves that we might need to look at. But yes, there's like sounds going on around me, so I'm not able to like think while I'm speaking. I have Timu Mizumi here going on, and my nephew over here eating his lunch, and my daughter over there just finishing her lunch, and just a lot of different things going on. So my brain is like in so many different places. I'm trying to focus my mind on what it is I'm trying to say, and I think some of it gets muddled, but I'm hoping that you're able to receive that message within it. Yes, Leo? It's dark outside. I think it's just a little bit overcast. It looks like it might rain in a bit. Are there some gray clouds out there? Yeah. We'll talk about it in a minute. But yes, with that, I believe I am complete. Sending so much love, gratitude, peace, positive vibrations. Peace.